Welcome to the Terra Sentia series, an actual play podcast using 5th edition D&D set in our jointly homebrewed world, given magic and mystery by a sentient mycelium network. I'm Bill Bryan, and I will be your dungeon master, weaving a web of intrigue for our players. Connor Crumley playing on knocking over whiskey.
That's tequila.
But Connor, you're also playing Ferg.
I am playing Ferg.
The human barbarian librarian.
Yes.
Will Blackmore playing Time, the human diviner wizard.
Sparkle. Glitter.
Fisher Newman playing Experience Joy Within Sorrow, a dwarven cleric, life cleric.
From a clock's perspective, clockwise is counterclockwise.
I hate you.
Yeah, that's not right. And Ashleen Bradley playing Kefkin, the half-orc monk.
Also my favorite
with
chef.
my cheeks. Yeah.
And Ferg's favorite chef. So, you're in the den of despair. It's not really called that.
The pit of despair.
This is some kind of a underground dome. And inside this dome, you were kind of going through a few passages, and it led to this open-air dome in which you all saw some sort of sparse bioluminescence, the slurping and slithering of wet creatures, and eventually you, and by you I mean Keth.
You. choices.
You got zapped a couple times by Rom from a distance, but you still can't see him. And you tried to go up the wall of the dome, basically like wall and the ceiling, kind of interchangeable, right? And you go all the way up, and you run smack dab in the middle of a fungi-ridden mold patch.
A Zelda
of which,
boss, you mean?
of which there is some kind of a sleeping humanoid.
Humanoid?
And
Giant? It's a humanoid?
Yeah, it had a face. It had like a woman's face.
But like, the rest of it is humanoid or just a faceoid?
The rest of it is like...
I'll leave that question here.
Does she have cat ears?
I think it's like, the way Bill described it made me like picture like a body that was like attached to the ceiling by fungus, so you couldn't see most of the body, but you could like see the face, and then when it moved, like I felt like all the fungus moved with it.
I will show you, and I just am
like
really sorry.
Flash that you showed me.
I'm really sorry
Great.
that our viewers can't see this, because it is from something that if we used it we would get sued.
Oh.
Copyright infringement.
Please don't sue us.
Yeah. So but I will show.
We can describe it satirically, and it should be fine, right? I don't know these laws. Yeah. Cool.
We have to make fun of the property.
Yeah.
Or use it transformatively.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that is what I saw, and I love that movie. We can describe what it is if people.
No,
that's kind of what I
will in a
described.
second.
Yeah.
I
That
will in a
is.
second.
Is that from the temple?
No.
So the description is, in essence, maybe something that once was a humanoid, and part of their body has exploded in a sort of veiny, tendril mess of fungi that, I don't know, pretty much basically just, it almost looked like it sort of split the humanoid in half, and the rest of it is just this slow explosion of fungi.
It's a nurse log. Terribleness.
And the face that you saw up top was definitely vaguely sort of humanoid, and almost sort of like sunken in bony cheeks. She opened up her eyes and looked at you when you threw a dart at her, I think.
Yeah, I was like 30 feet away from her, so I was like, I'll throw a dart.
Yeah.
Well, and she's big, right?
That's what I do when I walk into a cemetery.
Hitting her squarely in the eye and glancing.
The second
off.
dart hit her squarely in the eye.
Yeah, the second dart hit her.
They both hit her.
Well, okay, so you said you aimed for the eye. You did not hit her squarely in the eye.
Okay.
The first dart hit her in her mass. And I think I used that term specifically.
Yeah.
Camera's on me. Whoops.
And then she began to move towards you. Now, I didn't really go into too much detail on kind of what that felt like.
You also said was that she moved 10 feet and that I
5 feet.
Oh, 5 feet, and then I like felt it, and I felt it.
So what I
I felt it, and then I
Yeah.
felt
That's what I
it.
wrote down in my
You
book.
felt-
what I will say is that when she moved towards you, that 5 feet,
Yeah.
you could hear the ripping and tearing from something. And then like as it sets in, you realize that ripping and tearing was her ripping herself free from the wall that she's attached to via the fungus.
Oh, so full on Velcro sounds, but
So,
fleshy, wet.
I would
Velcro
say,
sounds.
okay, you remember when the queen, the alien queen and aliens ripped herself away from her egg sac?
Vividly.
That sound.
That's fucked.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah. So,
Damn you, baby.
and here we are, smack dab in the middle of initiative, because that's where we ended. And so, but before we begin, I know that it was very vague last week. I didn't bust out any sort of miniatures, and now I have that, present today, and I want to figure out where everybody is on the board.
Is that big boy the rock queen?
That big boy is the Rot Queen.
BBG?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm
So
pretty
what I-
much
what-
up in
so-
her grillet.
So what I would like is all of you to make sure that you have the miniature that represents you, and then I would like you to place yourself within. Now, here's the thing.
I'm a cowboy,
So-
baby.
I don't think I need to do
This like greeny mass right here, that is essentially on the ceiling, and that's the Rock Queen's sort of like mass. And this should the miniature should actually be in the middle, really. This is the area that you came down. This is the that sort of like wind shaft that you came down, and then you went in, and here's that the room, the kind of biolock room, and then this area led into here. But I remember Will using the kind of like
Unmake, remake yourself. Thing.
remake yourself thing right here. That's kind of reminiscent to your tree stride ability that took you right here.
Yeah. Me and Will both did that. Will and I.
Yes.
Okay.
So you both used.
Seems timey.
I know there was
Ah.
some movement, but not a ton. And I've definitely moved. Like I'm up on the ceiling with the.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have spiritual guardians up. by the way.
Yes.
Probably says that somewhere.
Okay.
What
What was the other
Zeph
spell you
is on the
cast?
board?
Just out of curiosity.
Is there a thing for Zeph?
Zeph is the
Something I
Minotaur with the group.
It's not up. It's
Berg was
Yeah.
40 feet away towards the massive things, which was over there, right?
Michelle. We need a Michelle.
So something along those lines. Yeah, and then it blew up and,
No,
and
it's
died
the
out.
wrong one.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was.
I might have cast spiritual weapon. Do you guys remember if spiritual weapon was up at all?
No.
I don't remember. I don't think it was.
No.
No,
No.
Spiritual Guardians though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spiritual
spiritual
guardians for
guardian.
sure.
Yeah.
And apparently there's one other one that we cast, but I don't remember. So it was.
Oh.
We'll call it a heal.
There we
I
are.
don't
It was
remember.
probably a heal spell. You-
Sounds about right.
Probably.
Yeah.
You healed me once, but
Um,
then I just went to a
and
bunch of
where's
damage.
the?
I
the
just
sheet
rewatched
for,
it,
Yeah.
the episode, and I remember referencing
We
Life
have a-
Cleric because he
The
healed
sheet
like
from
someone like
Michelle.
22 hit points or something.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a little.
that
That's about
was-
right. Okay,
yeah.
it was a heal. then.
I got healed. Yeah.
do
Where's
you
the
one of you guys have the sheet from Michelle?
the little
Oh.
card? But we also need a mini from a show. And
Yeah.
then, do you want us to put little guys on the board for the
Which one of
shadows?
these do I hate the most?
Little blue
Oh,
guys
this one
and
looks like
yellow
Michelle.
guys, or do you want to just leave them out?
Let's leave them out and just kind of
Assume that they're
Thematically.
there.
make some assumptions. We'll make some assumptions.
Do
Michelle's
you
with us.
remember or anybody else where? Because I feel like I threw the light system of the egg that I had light cast on somewhere.
You threw it
Yeah.
towards the pile that just blew
I think
up.
it just got blown up.
Okay.
I mean, we can assume the rock's somewhere, but it might be
No,
buried.
it's buried.
Yeah.
Why don't you draw kind of like where that blow up epicenter was?
Sure. I think it was over here. Things are kind of like coalescing towards us. I'm gonna say it's here.
Okay, perfect.
So how
And then
large
we'll-
is this across?
This
Just
room
for
is
scale.
probably about 200 feet from one end to the other,
Mhm.
and from one end to the other. So
Okay.
So it's more square than this shows.
it is more. Actually, it's more true dome-like.
Okay.
Hemisphere.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's
I
right.
just use this just because it's kind of the closest thing I have to a
Yeah, it
visual.
works. I just wanted to get that down.
Yeah.
That's about right. You run into.
Because I remember you described it as cavernous when we first went in there. But there's many shapes of cavern.
I unfucked us. Well,
I mean,
less fucked us.
I'm not saying
You
that any
less
one
fucked us.
person fucked us, but
Hey, let's all just get fucked.
So also remember that the light in this room is very, very dim.
basically, I can't see shit.
Yeah. I would also remember
Yeah, not
that the ceiling from the middle of the dome to all the way to the top of the dome is roughly about 80 feet.
Okay.
So it is quite the massive dome. So that basically means that most of y'all can't really see Keth.
I'm about 70 feet up.
Yeah.
But you still have the no fall damage shoes, right?
It's not no fall. It's slow fall. So I take
Okay.
4 times my monk level. I reduce damage. So that'd be 20 right now, or something like
So that's a
something
pretty
like
good
that.
amount.
Yo, Connor,
Yeah.
Oh, I guess 80 feet probably
if you
hurts a
ever
lot.
see this square
But I can
turn
also
red,
measure
let me
one.
know.
Yeah, for
And I'm
sure.
not paying attention.
Do you? I thought you have to.
That's
touch
actually
a mushroom
something that I
for
can
that.
see fairly well out of my purple.
Everything's a
vision.
mushroom in here.
Would you
Well,
say it's
not-
I don't have
dim
to touch
light
it.
in here?
midair.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm on
Okay.
the. I'm not in midair. I'm like literally attached to the wall.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
So the first person is Joy.
Yep.
So Fisher.
Yep.
Please ask any. I know you've been asking questions all along, but please
Yep.
ask any clarification questions as to, because you had to leave early last session.
Yep.
What would you like to do? But what do you need to know?
I need to know how vulnerable it is for when I set the fuck on fire.
Find out.
What are you
To
setting on
set
fire?
what on fire?
Wait, do we know big baddies up there, right?
I shouted down to you guys that I woke up the Rock Queen,
Yes.
and I was sorry.
But you cannot.
You can't
see
see the Rock Queen.
You
Yeah.
cannot see Keth or the Rock Queen.
I need to get real close to the rock queen.
I'm sorry.
And remember, there was just kind of an
Yeah, you do.
explosion of this goop all over you that did
Okay.
some acidic damage. But I think all in all,
Oh yeah.
you
I
and
seem
Will,
fine.
because you're an actual dwarf and you're a quote unquote dwarf.
A dwarf tangent.
Took only what 3 points of poison damage. I
Something.
think.
Yeah, I took 3.
Adjacent dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to take full damage because it was not melee.
Oh, on a creature I can see,
but
and I can't see it,
10
right?
temporary hit points
Cannot.
that I forgot about.
Can I see Keth?
Nope.
Damn. Because I have that everyone can see it spell. And that thing's super useful. Well,
The guiding bolt.
yeah. Can I just light a torch and hand it to Ferg or something?
You're pretty
You can
far
also
away from
repair
it.
an action, go on dodge.
Yeah.
You have anything else that will create light?
Like you can prepare an action to if you see the Rock Queen.
Yeah, but most of my
cast
stuff
guiding bolt,
needs to
for
have an actual
instance,
target, which is fine.
Mhm.
Oh no, I'll just bless everybody. That works.
That will get rid of your spiritual guardians. FYI.
Oh, it will.
Spiritual guardians.
They're
Concentration
both
spell hazard.
concentration.
Well, I don't know.
Just depends on whether you're gonna get close to the Rock Queen and or if there are other minions down here. Do we hear any more slurp and sloshing sounds, or do we feel like the majority of the minions got nuked?
A little bit of both. So you
Most of them,
as
yes.
you kind of understand, the closest ones got nuked, but you also hear in the distance, like there's still that sort of like echoey sound, but it's way far away.
Okay.
Other side of the dome.
You could do something. I forget how Firelight can be cast, but you could do something real dangerous and just turn Ferg into a spotlight.
Yeah, because I do have. Oh no, I can't use daylight because all my level 3 spells are used.
I thought you had light as a cantrip.
Berg's saying
No, I wanted to use daylight.
Yeah, but do you have a light as a cantrip?
they're saying cast light on them. So
Yeah.
they are like a shining beacon.
Slash
Looking
also
for
be able to see everything around you, so make you efficient again.
Make
Make
you-
them a torch.
Make it a little bit easier to hit things with
Yeah.
yourself. Do I have that?
like give the
as
stone pencil light or something.
a-
If you don't, I think
not.
last time the shadows do. One of the shadows do.
Yes, I do
does,
not.
Which they're gonna at the end. Of the round, at least.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was.
Yeah, there's not much for me to do for Joy to do at this point because nobody's that hurt, right? You healed the people last time.
I mean, they need to be healed, but they're nowhere near.
They're
close to you,
they're a
so-
little. I can't see them, so. And my healing spells are a lot closer range to my fighty spells.
Yeah, either defense spells or go on dodge. One of the two.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
You have.
Can you ready spells in 5th? Okay.
You can, but it has to be like triggered by a specific thing, right?
Yes.
It has to be like when I see blah.
When
do a
X
thing.
happens, I cast
Yeah.
Y.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And you don't even say Y doesn't need to be a specific spell. It could be when X
One-
happens, I cast a
I will
spell.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Why can't I think of it?
Oh,
You
the
have
third
Sacred
slot,
Flame,
so-
right?
So
Second.
Fisher, as that
Are
happened, I
you
want
this
to
time?
move things along.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I know. I'm working on it.
Hey,
But
Fisher.
they can't
Yes.
see the thing.
Too many spells.
Sacred Flame is
lot of them
area
are
of
not
effect,
useful.
and you can
Sacred
throw it
Flame.
somewhere.
Yeah. I can't.
It's a specific target.
Oh, damn it.
It is, and it has to be something I see, which is unfortunate.
Oh no, you'll see it soon enough. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's too unfortunate. Wait for it.
Yes. Well, I wish I could see it rather than having this big dark horribleness in there.
Famous last words. I wish this thing was closer to me.
Yes. I'm just gonna wait until somebody casts light or gets hurt, and then I will react thusly.
By doing.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
somebody gets hurt, I'm gonna heal them. Somebody casts light, I'm gonna shoot something that sets the creature on
It's
fire.
got to, if you're going to do a ready action, it's got to be specific.
One or
If
the
X
other.
happens, I cast Y, or you can just go on dodge, and that's totally fine too.
If somebody gets hurt, I'm gonna heal them.
Got it.
Yes.
What's Michaud doing?
Show is doing. He's shillelagh. Whoops.
I think didn't he cast that last?
I don't know. I don't think he'd done anything really yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So he
He was
cast.
still a squirrel, and then he just unsquirreled. I think at one point.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he was hiding on someone's shoulder as a squirrel. Most of the
My-
time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Remember that.
So then after Joy and Michaud is Keth and Bogey.
One of these.
Okay,
I don't
well,
remember anything the
Keth-
show does.
Is like, fuck, I need to get out of here. I should
So,
have.
so first of all, let's set the stage real quick because it's from last session to here.
Right.
So you're restrained, right? You're actually wrapped up
Mhm.
in a bunch of vines.
So, as everybody knows, I have my awesome spider climbing shoes, and last session I thought it'd be a good idea to bonus action dash and double my movement, which would make it 140, and run up the wall and see if I could find the little bitch that's been shooting us, that apparently can see 130 feet in the dark because he's like a warlock or some shit. Anyway,
Goddamn double.
so I'm climbing up the wall, and then I see the Rock Queen, and Keth's like, fuck, I could just fuck this bitch up right now and, like, just end it. And, like, Keth has that, like, Gryffindor sense of himself, you know, where he's like, yeah, I just run in, I'll fix it, I'll save everybody, it's fine. It's fine, nobody else gets hurt. And I woke up the Rock Queen, and then she stuck me to the wall.
It happens.
So I'm on the ceiling, my friends can't see me.
She stuck you to the wall, and she's coming towards you.
Yeah,
She
and I don't
ripped
have a lot of hit
herself
points
free
left.
of her fungal.
And she said, I knew you'd come for me, or some shit like that. Like, I knew you'd be here, and I was just like, "Rrr."
It's because she wants you.
She wants me. She wants this hot, beefy orc body. All right.
doesn't?
Like crack walnuts.
Yes, exactly.
You can crack my wall.
Damn right.
For free?
We're friends. So.
Friends discount. I'll make you dinner.
Nice.
So Keth basically is going to like take a deep breath and
Yeah.
attune himself with the mycelium around him, and he's going to mushroom walk to where he remembers Joy was before he climbed up the wall.
Perfect. That absolutely. Oh, to where Joy was before went up.
Because
the
like
wall?
right before I ran up the wall, I turned to Joy and I said, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do," and then I ran up the wall.
Okay. So definitely move your little mini, right? Just to kind of indicate where you are. But I want you to roll an insight check, please.
Is it sight based?
It is very not. It's like fuck. It's practically like
It's never.
Jedi based.
I'm just making sure. I got a 9 plus 2, an 11.
11.
Yeah.
That's what you needed a 10. So here's what I got for you.
It's common sense.
You
level.
realize that you've used your sort of like fungi mushroom walk thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how it happened. You don't know. I mean, you kind of have a sense of why it happened, but you don't really know how. What you know is that somehow, in her presence, that may or may not happen to your exact desirability in the future.
So it's I like doing it. It felt weird, and I know it might not be reliable.
It felt like okay, so picture you're in like a airplane fighter jet and someone's targeting you in the back, and they have kind of like 4 target like parameters, and one just pinged,
Mhm.
like boop boop, and it sort of has
Like
you
one
like
locked me?
1/4 in its sights,
Okay.
right? But not completely in its sights.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that I can possibly, the only analogy I can think of.
Mhm.
She just has a little bit more of a bead on like your soul.
Okay.
Great.
You can feel it.
Yay.
So you go down there. You're and you sort of for a second you kind of get a little dizzy because you went from like kind of upside down to right side up in like the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So you orient like.
You know what? I'd say I'm not even that good at mushroom walking because I never did it until I could be in crags. So I probably just showed up next to what's next to Fisher, just like still kind of sideways, like in
Yeah.
the same position I was attached to the wall, and then just kind of like hit the ground and was like,
yeah, one hand on his shoulder,
Yeah.
like whoops, just got drunk a little bit.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to do? So that was an action, right?
Yeah. And then I am going to basically I'm gonna move next to Fisher and just kind of be like I'm gonna move next to the group and just kind of be like, tell them what I saw up there. This is the Rock Queen. She's ripping herself. She doesn't seem to be moving very fast, but like she's just like right fucking above us. And also I'm pretty sure that Rom is somewhere over in this general direction because I saw his crinkle tinkles coming from that way. His little sparkles.
I can't even. Okay.
I've seen crinkle tinkles and what they are.
And then is there anything that we can see to attack? Is there like anything around that is like, let me hit that or let me shoot something at that? Because it's also Bogey's turn. Because that's it for Keth. I'm pretty sure Keth just kind of like tells people what the fuck he saw and is like, I'm fucking hurt.
Yeah.
That was really stupid, y'all. I'm sorry.
I would say visually.
Plan B.
I would say visually, Bogey's at a loss.
Okay, Bogey is going to basically ready an action if anything is yeah. I can't bonus action hide, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so Bogey's just gonna ready an action to like basically you see Bogey put a crossbow bolt in their crossbow and just kind of like they're just like kind of like looking around like on the ready, kind of like guarding the group while we seem to recollect ourselves. Like if anything pops up that is not a friend, it's gonna get shot.
Okay. Got it. It is my turn. So,
Right, quickly, Bilda. With you showing up next to us, like, does that trigger Joy's? I want to
Joy
heal?
specifically said if somebody gets injured, I heal them.
Well, you showed up and be like, I'm injured.
okay.
Curiosity.
Well,
Okay,
so
yeah.
stop. So here's what I'll say: is the moment you appear, Joy, you look at Keth, and Keth looks hella injured. Yes, you
Okay.
may take your action.
Yay! Cool.
Yes. Thank
Thank you.
for saying that.
I didn't say
wasn't
anything because
thinking
I was
about
like,
that.
I didn't actually get hurt, and it
Yeah.
was specific wording. So,
So
yeah, but like, no, I only if you got hurt in the last 6 seconds.
So Fisher
Yes.
definitely pick Joy's poison in terms of like what he wants to use for healing. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna say that Time is really the only person that's kind of aware of this. And I'm gonna frame it in kind of a humorous way, but it's really not that humorous. But I will say that Time, it's as if someone let
10 points of damage.
like
back
a
to you.
silent fart go, and you're the only one who heard it.
Okay.
It's just this.
Heard it?
It heard it. Yes. No,
Fucking spiders.
No.
But it was silent.
Not toot, like a. That.
Okay.
Silent but
so
deadly.
what I would like is everyone. I'm going to go around the table, and I would like everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw. But here's the thing: you're going to be rolling at advantage for reasons unknown.
just Time or all of us?
You're going to be rolling at secretively. I'm going to come around and I'm going to put the box above your head, and you're going to roll the 2 d20s in here, and I'm going to take a look.
Oh, so we won't even know for ourselves.
Correct.
All right.
Okay. That one's been good luck to you.
I have
In the
one
past.
exhaust ability check on that. Disadvantage.
So this is a save. It's different.
Oh,
You're
Yeah.
at advantage.
okay.
You have the advantage.
Ability checks are different than saves. Skill checks are ability checks.
Oh, okay. So athletic. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And what's your con bonus?
Con bonus is...
Or saving through or con bonus?
I'm sorry, con save. Yeah.
Con save is +6.
+6? Okay.
I was like tearing my house apart trying to find them.
Sorry, I put it in front of you. Yeah, thanks.
It is 5.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't use your big boy?
Kind of like this.
Mine's +3.
Con bonus. Oh, I'm really old.
And your bonus was what?
3.
Okay. And
My friend was telling me about the game they played.
+2.
You-
Roll both.
Advantage.
sorry about that. I just threw that over there.
Just throwing shit at us
I mean,
I'm real
yes,
sensitive.
every day.
Yeah.
every day.
Throwing shit every day. You're
Literally
throwing
throwing a rock queen at us right now.
Okay.
and possibly literally throwing.
Oh my god, she just drops from the ceiling and like spider crawls like grudge style at us.
For those of you watching at home,
Yes,
maybe go
please.
get a beverage. This is going to take like a minute.
Oh. For those
A
of you watching at
beverage.
home, can you get me a beverage too?
Yeah. Here's
You
the
had
address.
Frappuccino.
Well,
I was gonna give you some of my yerba. Like, come on.
No, I mean, if they could like make some tea or something. Put
I
some
was just
put some
fucking
tea
with
on.
you. Put the kettle on. Yeah.
Don't forget about the kettle.
I ran
That
out
could
of
be
hot
dangerous.
chocolate.
Mine whistles at me. I never forget it.
Mine just goes.
Your kettle?
Mhm.
Is it a little electric kettle?
Electric kettles are so much better.
I
than
hate
stovetop.
electric kettles.
Oh no, they're so much better.
I just don't like
They're
them.
way
I want my
faster.
kettle to
They're less
whistle at me.
terrifying. That and if you like forget about it, your house won't burn down.
Yeah, because they turn off automatically, and you can hear them too.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mostly hear mine
just
boiling,
like
and
the
then I hear it
whistle.
stop boiling.
You can get electric kettles that whistle if you really want.
Really?
Yeah.
Neato.
Can I get one that like triggers like audio
Definitely my
samples?
aesthetic.
It just like shrieks.
It's like heavy metal all of a sudden.
I mean, probably that you would have to like put some sensors and program some shit.
that wouldn't be too hard. That would be like a couple hours
Yeah.
tops. You could just like find whatever thing makes it signal
Elementary
and then
with
just
Watson.
hook it up to max or something.
Yeah.
You just always be boiling kettle right by your laptop. That seems like a good idea.
I mean, you could get Bluetooth. If you're already wiring something to the sensor to play music, just
True.
add Bluetooth in
No,
there.
not music. It needs to be like blood curdling shrieks.
Or that.
Banshee whales.
Yeah. Or the smack and moan from Sherlock.
Don't remember that.
It's the
It's-
ringtone.
It's my favorite episode.
It's the woman makes the
Yeah,
Sherlock's ringtone
And
for
then-
whenever she texts
Whenever she
him.
texts, and it goes off,
It's a
and he,
smack and a moan.
and everyone gets really embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's great.
Also,
I love when he
that
figures out her
show.
password and it's Sherlocked, and you're just like,
you're like, oh, that's so
That's
cheesy.
awesome.
that's why my WoW handle is Sherlocked,
Yeah,
and because I was Sherlock for a long time, I can't. But
I really wish they
Specifically.
had never made season 4 of that show.
yeah, they made
It
it
was
weird.
so bad. The first episode.
Oh, I have a sister.
was
And she's
like
way smarter than
2/3
me.
really
She's
good.
abusive.
Yeah, that was dumb.
So
The
dumb.
second to last episode was abysmal, and the last episode, it's the only episode of Sherlock I've only seen once. Every episode from season 1 and 2 I've seen like probably 5 or
Multiple
more times.
times.
Oh yeah, I really like that show.
Me too. I watched the new
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
Do we each get different notes?
you each get different notes.
Act
you,
accordingly.
You are not to show this to another person, and
Don't read mine, Fisher.
I want you to eat it after you're done. No, I'm kidding.
I'll put it in my burrito.
eat it and you're like, you know how much LSD you just took?
That was like 10 tabs, man.
That would kill you, right?
No.
No, but you would be fucked.
Yeah.
No, you just be high for like 15 hours.
All right.
I don't know. I've only ever taken like 2 or 3 at a time, and that was like a lot.
I feel this in my soul.
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend that's an R, not an N.
I really want to start singing a song now.
So,
So this is Van Halen.
that happened
Wait.
as well as 3 blasts come out of the darkness from across the dome.
Mm-hmm.
And Ferg, what is your AC?
My AC is currently 14.
Oh, I should have readied my shield. Damn it.
I mean, like your shield.
You said 14?
Yes.
Like it's a shielding somebody.
Digit? There it is. Thank you. Let's see. One slams into you. One whizzes past your head and almost slams into Zeph, but barely misses him.
Zeph is nowhere near me.
I know, but just for flavor. And then one also slams into you. So that's
Flavor text is not
2.
canon.
I'm going to give you each of these separately because it's relevant. 10 damage and 6 damage.
Hey, Bill, can that like count as something like? Can bogey like fire at where the shots are coming from when they go off?
7.
I get disadvantage, obviously.
Yeah, because blasts are pretty bright.
You trace the line.
Like, especially if 3 are coming off like consecutively.
Did bogey go on dodge?
No, bogey readied an action for if they saw an enemy that they would fire at it.
I would say yes.
Okay.
But
Yay!
yes, it is disadvantage for sure.
Disadvantage. 13 plus
Still pretty
7.
good.
You hit. Bogey hits.
Yeah. Think twice, wrong.
It's not sneak attack, I'm guessing.
Oh, don't know.
Definitely not.
No, it's not.
Anytime you have to roll a disadvantage for a rogue,
I
you
know.
can never be a sneak attack.
Yeah.
What is the maximum
Um,
possible range of a crossbow?
That is going to
Basically
be...
tells you.
Oh, can poison?
That's a good
Let me
point. Rom is a
see.
shapeshifter, and shapeshifters are notoriously vulnerable to both poison and being set on fire.
And so,
You're just saying bullshit. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
shapeshifters
you're
are
saying
notoriously
bullshit.
silver.
that was solid
Um,
bullshit, though.
That was solid bullshit, yeah.
So the answer is yes, poison.
Okay.
Yay!
So
See? Told ya.
6 regular damage.
And then I'm making a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah, the DC is 15.
I did not make it.
Yay!
Nice.
Alright, so then you
Oh.
take 11 points of damage. Poison damage.
So that's total.
You take 11 poison and 6 piercing.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
So you take
23.
17.
17. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ooh, you hear some squawk in the distance.
Yeah, you do hear a squawk in the distance.
And now we all know where he
And
is.
you're
Enjoy just like Ferg.
Okay.
You were also not anywhere near me.
want some light.
By the way,
Yes.
on that disadvantage
which
roll, I
one are
rolled a
you?
13 and a 14. That's
Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
Like close.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, you're the black
Um,
one. Oh, okay.
I wear
Commander
all black
Root,
leather.
welcome to the show.
Yo, hi.
Okay. Who's next?
Berg.
Fergen's it.
Berg.
So I heard a squawk and these bolts were fired at me. Do I have a pretty good idea of
The direction, please.
Oh, the direction?
Yeah.
100% the direction.
Yeah.
But whether or not, Rom will be there when you get there is a whole other story. Very, very big, long distance for you to traverse.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's scary.
Scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to. Alright, I'm gonna run 40 feet towards where I heard squawk / saw thing.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to hurl a poison javelin and a reckless attack. And because I can't see, it'd be a disadvantage, and reckless would make it regular.
So you throw the javelin and you hear it kind of go onto the ground.
Alright. And it's so dim, like I just can't see anything.
Correct.
Will you move me? Which direction was this from? Like, where would I be moving these 40 feet? Based on
Where did my laser pointer go?
Uh,
I want it. I want it now. Gods be damned.
Realize you're getting
Oh, there it is.
closer, and it's getting scarier for Ron.
Where are you? You're right
I'm the lone figure cloaked in black.
here.
Yep.
Okay, so you would basically want to move this general direction, but Actually, no. You can move below, but basically, like it was kind of like right. It was coming from right over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would put me directly below the Rock Queen about if I moved 40 feet?
A little less than, because remember that it's 200 feet from here to here.
Yeah.
So 40 feet.
So if that's about 100, that's 50. So roughly there-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
If that's what you want to do.
Cool. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. You kind of just slip almost as if you hit like a patch of ice just for a brief moment from all the dunk that exploded.
Yep.
But you keep your sure foot.
Yeah. Go sliding.
A little more than 400.
Go
What is the
slide
exact
the
number?
whip.
I did this wrong.
So wasted one poison line, but I
Sorry,
do have a
sorry.
second
Sorry.
attack.
You could conceivably pick it up later if you find it, but
it like the
If
140s?
I find it.
if you find it.
And Keth told us the relative direction of the Rock Queen,
Which is roughly right above you.
and I'm pretty smart, so I can kind of math. I would also like to reckless attack with just a regular javelin at her.
Going straight up.
Yeah,
This is.
I'm strong.
I mean, definitely.
Okay, have you
Just
ever
like-
like played lawn darts with friends, like in the stupid way?
Yes.
Because this is what I feel like you're doing to us right now.
I mean, it's going straight. It's gonna hit a vine and probably, we hope, stick into something.
Okay,
So this would be disadvantage.
I believe in you.
But reckless, so regular.
Yeah, got it.
Cool.
Like a little more 120, actually.
Yes.
And you
Good.
can use bless on attack.
It means all of our
rolls
long range
Yeah,
spells we can
definitely.
hit
Wait, are you blessed?
anywhere away from the wall.
with my charm of heroism.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Because I remember basic algebra.
Yeah.
Geometry.
That's one of us.
That is. Uh, 17.
Okay. You hear it kind of.
Thunk into something.
Roll damage just in case. Was it a poisoned one?
No, because I knew I was fighting at the Rock Queen.
Yeah. Chances are.
Chances are Rock Queens are immune to poison.
Yeah, I didn't even try to use a poison dart on her.
So it would be 6 damage.
It doesn't work on the blood cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is Zeph
There it is.
doing? That's assuming first done.
I feel like Zeph would be pretty pissed at Rom, too.
Yeah.
Double moving towards Rom.
I'm
Mashali,
gonna
welcome to the
actually bonus dash to the another 40 feet.
Okay.
You?
Just because I can.
Yep.
There, so it'll be about there.
Yeah, it's going
Nope.
to take him on kind of the other side of the epicenter of the Rock Queen.
Yeah.
Right about there?
Um,
Kind of,
yeah, I would say back up just a smidge, but yeah.
Cool.
This
Cool.
doesn't say you
Sweet.
can see anywhere.
Oh.
Because why
Okey-doke.
not use all the things that I can use?
Yeah, so for those of you joining us in the show,
I
the
didn't see it, but I wanted to.
characters are in this massive dome, about 80 feet tall, 200 feet in
800.
diameter. Yeah, in
And a
diameter.
Thunderdome.
And
We're in
and
Rotterdam.
their ultimate enemy that they have been itching to square away with for a very long time, known as the Rot Queen, is sort of plastered on the ceiling in a sort of explosion of fungi, but she's now ripped herself free of said fungi. If anyone's seen
It wasn't me.
the movie or read the book Annihilation, think kind of that in terms of the sort of fungus explosion that was.
Just watch that. I don't remember.
Dude,
The-
Connor,
The pool in the scene.
I know-
or the
I know-
scene with the pool.
I know you love books and you can
I like the
rip
scene
through
with
them
the bear.
easily.
Yeah.
That book is incredible.
Yeah, I really
I'll
like
have to
it.
read it.
It's
I like the movie. The movie was different in the
movie was
sense
great.
that it was
movie
just
was great.
They summed it
But
up. in a
there's
pretty good
no fucking way that they can translate the
Cosmic horror.
the cosmic horror that book is, and
So
the
good.
book is so fucking good.
Except for
Yeah,
the bear
Sweet,
scene.
because the
bear
last
scene
book I
where
read is
The 3 less so,
One-
or the 4 less so.
Yeah. Are you hit with a 6?
No, oh my god, no.
Shocking.
So shocked. So shocked. I don't. It's been a while since. That is an action. Reaction parry. Cool. Zeph is done.
Okay, after Zeph is time.
It is time.
All right. How am I doing?
How are you doing? Well, you're doing good. Take your action as normal.
Does she feel anything?
Only what that phrase embodied.
I feel like
Does it burn when you pee?
it's embodying like she's y'all are hearing her kind of like mutter to herself a little bit, but is like mostly like which is not unusual in the things that like Time is saying, and that it kind of doesn't make sense. Like perhaps
No.
it's words and that it's not like whatever. But like she's kind of trying to connect to morale and being like, now is the time to help. Like to help focus, to help bring us together, not like in this present, or there'll be no future. And so, gotcha. We still can't see the Rock Queen, is what you're saying at all.
Correct.
Can you just light the ceiling on fire? It's full of moss.
Moss is traditionally
Vines? It's full of vines.
moist.
I guess vines are usually full of liquid too.
Well, it depends if there's older stuff.
Old moss burns really well.
Yeah. Hey Bill, do we feel like it is a moist environment, or if there's like some drier stuff that could be like set alight, perhaps?
It is a very moist environment.
Okay, well that's not gonna help.
Yeah.
Doesn't someone have...
As a matter of
Desiccate?
fact,
Like,
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say, yeah, this is a moist environment. As a matter of fact, as you move about this room, y'all are picking up on the fact that you're walking on
Sunshine?
You're walking on divoted soil
Sorry.
to the
Mhm.
degree where this might be a growing, like a kind of a habitat growing dome, like where folks would grow like
Weed.
no.
That good herb.
get that
Mushrooms.
good herb.
Probably
And other
mushrooms.
vegetables.
Yeah.
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 Corn.
With no light.
Corn and weed, that's it.
It's actually called kuta in our
Interesting.
culture, and it's red.
Corn or weed?
Corn.
Oh.
I haven't gotten to weed yet.
We'll get there. Due time, friends.
I haven't gotten, but I'm getting there.
I did make a mushroom that is edible and also lights your garden path.
Right.
That's so cute.
Yeah. They've seen it.
I like it. All right, so
I
here's
should bring it for
that's not at the moment. Cool. Oh, just lost on Rom's dried blood. That matters.
Can you do something with Rom's dried blood?
No, probably not. Not yet. No, without a little bit of time.
A necromancer could.
You got a lot of bit of time over there.
Got a bit of time over here. Yeah, she does. All right, so like since you popped up next to her, and she's like certainly with her, I would say like her perception levels, like is hearing like Ferg like hit her. When people have been kind of like triangulating a bit, and you popped up next to me. Time is just going to try and at a level of disadvantage, fire a firebolt, but also hoping that's going to at least illuminate kind of like as its path, being like everybody triangulate. So either like she hits her, or at least you get a sense of where she might be.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's my plan. So like from them kind of like guiding me and saying like there, shoot there, she's gonna fire off.
So here's so in order to fire a firebolt like that, like kind of as a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
you need to actually like kind of aim roughly for the square, the area that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
And so ultimately what I'm saying is I want you to roll a d6.
Okay.
If you roll a 1, you will automatically miss. But
Okay.
but then aside from that, you will be rolling at a disadvantage.
Cool. 6 auto
Yay!
hit.
Yeah, definitely not auto hit, but you've fired into the right area.
Cool.
So just roll a 19 or a 20.
That sounds great.
And you have the D.
I do have the D.
Yes.
20 something for the AC.
You definitely
Rolled a
hit.
14 and a 16 on the die, yo. And plus 8. So, yeah. Fire.
Somebody call 911.
Too hot.
Oh, I now have a plan.
Good.
Excellent.
Did that give you a plan?
The
Yeah,
firebolt
actually.
definitely lit up that area, and you essentially see her. Okay, so I don't want to say that she's crawling on the ceiling. I want to say that the fungal growths are moving her along on the ceiling as if someone was crowd surfing on the ceiling.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gross. I love it.
Alright.
That's fucked up, and I'm here for it.
13 points of fire damage.
Say again.
13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So that dries out all the fungus.
Yeah. That's
Sets them
how
on
that works.
fire.
Does from reactions or anything like that, can I tell whether it's effective or extra
You can't
effective?
because the light was like, and then it was gone.
Cool. Do we hear anything?
No.
Oh, so the light is gone again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she's
you
still
you
pretty
see
wet.
where she is right now, and you might get a chance
Same.
to, like, if you can fire something kind of like that, like a directional, then perhaps.
yeah.
Mhm.
Got you there.
Oh, good. Yeah. Great. And so I think time's gonna continue hanging out next to Joy and where everybody else is, and kind of just
We're literally sitting on the ground doing math.
I mean, that's probably true.
And now it's Cutter's turn.
Out of turn, Ferg
Too soon.
yells, "Please turn on some light."
yeah. Honestly, like
The
any
shadows
any
go
of the
next.
shadows, like
Yeah.
the shadows have
Shadows,
light.
yeah.
One of them has light at least.
Yeah.
That's how we got it before.
Yeah.
My sword glows.
but,
Only in moonlight. My bad.
Sets like June out to kind of like be flying around kind of idea.
Okay, so the shadows hear your call and take action accordingly. So
Let's go, Shadows.
Light
Let's
and
go.
damage, and they see where it is too. so they can fire off.
Lilith goes right up to Barack, the curly-haired dwarf, and so she so Brock has his bow out, but is sort of like not really knowing what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So she essentially
You point it and shoot, buddy.
so what she does is she basically just like holds up the bow and kind of aims for him, and he's like, what am I aiming at? And she's like, don't worry, just fire. And she casts a spell on the arrow that's knocked in his bow, and then he fires up into the ceiling, and he's not really aiming for anything.
He
So
just wants the arrow to stick.
exactly.
Nice.
However, he actually has a chance to hit the Rock Queen because I rolled a 1, which
Oh.
is the opposite of the roll that I gave you. But he does not hit the Rock Queen. What it does do, however, is it sticks into a part of her sort of like
Crowd surfing.
Entourage.
fungal body that isn't part of her vitals.
Mhm.
That just sort of ka-chunk, and now you can actually see her in her full just glory.
She's got some dart sticking out of her.
She's got compared to the size of her, yeah,
Yeah.
because she's please picture her like a large creature
Oh no,
Yeah.
definitely.
in comparison, and
Some
That's what I
darts,
was
some
thinking about,
arrows.
like,
and as she lights up, she's like looking down, and you can't really tell like if she's staring at anything in particular.
Mhm.
And then she is going to
Drop from the ceiling on our heads.
I'd be okay with that.
Not on my head.
Well, Fergie's the only one under her.
I don't have a head anymore.
So it appears as though she's looking at all of you, but she bears her will down on one person in particular. And Will, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Thought it was gonna be me. When you said Will and then Will, I think you confused Will. Like you look like surprised, like, oh wait, me.
We've got so many
This is the
fucking
first time
name
this week.
puns in this show. It's just crazy.
It's like, what are you doing?
Nose goes.
Oh, Evie joined us. Hi, Evie.
I'm using your new die, so this is on you.
Oh yeah, everything.
16?
Yes.
Plus.
No, I rolled a 13, and then plus 3 is 16.
So I want you to emphasize the phrase that I gave you before, and know that any rolls that you make in the next round until the Rock Queen's turn again is, or actually until your turn again, is going to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
You're at a flat disadvantage.
Cool.
Yeah, just that level of like, I don't want to even say compulsion, madness. It's a little bit of a anxiety, like rising to.
It's not
the
like
brink.
it's not holding you back in any other way apart from the fact that it's just like it's distracting and it's confusing and there's pieces coming in
Completely.
and out. Okay.
Yeah, and then the shadows. I don't know. Everybody basically roll a d20 right now, and that's going to be one of the shadows attacking.
5.
Okay.
6.
16.
Oh.
19.
The 19 is the only one to hit. So go
Damn.
ahead and roll a d8 plus
it's the boss, bro.
2.
Yo, sorry. It's the boss.
8 plus 2, 10.
Okay.
Not gender neutral. That's
Effective.
my bad. I use it like that and I shouldn't.
Did you see
My home
that's
slice.
supposed to
Oh,
that,
yeah.
dude?
I did.
Yeah.
So after the shadows is back to Joy and Michelle. What shall you do?
Joy is gonna shoot guiding bolt up there.
Okay.
Nice.
What's the range on Guiding Bolt? Is it like
240 feet.
Yeah, long time. Okay,
120, but plus spell sniper. So
cool. Yeah,
pretty good.
Snipe that shit.
And we did the math, and the wall is the very bottom of the wall is about 120, a little over 120 feet from Big Bad.
Oh, from where we are? You're
Yeah.
only
So
there to
so
there.
as long as we're not against the wall, most of our long range spells
Should hit the
As long as
ceiling.
you see
are
her. Yeah,
within range.
perfect.
This one you don't have to see. This one you just have to know the target's there.
Yeah, we were looking that up before you cast light.
Yep.
'cause-
It specifically says that.
No, it doesn't
It
say that you
specifically
have to
doesn't
see
say
them
you have to
or
see
target,
or target.
them.
It doesn't have to say you have to see the target in the spell section of the PHB.
Mhm.
It says that you have to see your target
Yeah.
for all spells. So that if the target specifically says you don't have to see it, that's the specificity that you want to pay attention to.
I'm not gonna argue for that if we want to do this, but like I was recently reading it because it came up in a different game, and it wasn't talking about sight. It was just talking about as long as there's a nothing in the way. So that's why total cover, because there's like it's not just line of sight, it's something else. But like you can potentially cast at something that's in front of you that you can't see as long as there's nothing in between you and it, and it doesn't say that it requires a target
I
roll.
can
But right now
completely
we're
disagree.
disagreeing, so we don't need to do it. I'm just
So,
saying like
We also looked at it.
conversation for later.
I will say that if it's a attack spell, kind of like flame bolt or whatever, or firebolt,
Mhm.
and you fire in a specific direction and you're just trying to guess the
Yeah,
square,
you're casting
totally
here and
fine.
firing it that way.
But if you're basically trying to cast like Charm Person or that kind of thing, you very much have to see it. So yeah, actually, in that respect, Guiding Bolt, like you could cast it and potentially hit it.
Mhm. Yeah, well, because a lot of these are the ones say I have to see them.
Yeah.
And this one
Okay.
just says I.
Totally fair enough.
Can just
Attack
cast
rolls aside, you definitely have to see your
Yes.
target. What you got?
20
And
non-critical.
that is a hit.
Yay!
Got a
Alright.
dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yeah. Dirty, filthy 20. Can I have
Ooh.
some d6s somewhere? Boop. Oh wow, sweet.
And what kind of damage is that?
Radiant.
Okay.
So 11 damage. Yeah.
11 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And the next attack roll against the target
Is at advantage. And the time
before the end of your next turn is at advantage.
Yes.
And it has a mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Yep. That's how we.
Like, yeah,
killed,
that's how we see
what's
it.
her name?
It's like a mini fairy fire, basically.
It's
Like,
how we
That's
killed.
perfect for.
There's
Evil,
also a
perfect for bogey.
lit
Maroon.
arrow on it too.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
next to it. The arrow is just illuminating the area.
Oh,
Didn't
right,
hit
right,
it. That's good for bogey.
But now we have both light and like a aim here sign.
I like that. Well done.
Math.
And what's Michelle
Um,
gonna do?
Also,
what- And are you
Wait,
moving at
actually-
all, Joy?
no, Joy's gonna stay as far away as possible while still within range.
And what's Michelle doing?
Oh, forgot about Michelle. God damn it. I don't know. Michelle's useless.
He's
Okay,
not
So
useless.
Michelle goes on dodge. Next is
well,
Cat.
no,
Go
but-
and dodge and move towards but move as well. Move towards Rom.
Yeah, actually,
How
yeah.
about that?
Michelle's gonna.
Michelle's gotta beef with
angry
Rom.
at. Which one's that?
That's Bogey, I
Michelle
think.
be- This one's Michelle.
Sure.
Because I was like, this looks like Michelle.
Green
Yep.
Druid.
There, that looks good.
Like there, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Mark off.
And you go on dodge.
Oh, it's a cantrip. I don't need to. Yes.
Right on.
Um,
So you're Michelle's running across. Oh, by the way, we're coming up on Ferg's turn in a little bit, but Ferg, you can definitely hear the slurping sounds, the dragging
Yeah.
sounds, that kind of thing are way more intense where you are.
Can I see anything because of the light on the Rock Queen, or she's just like sort of glowing up there as a little slightly brighter firefly?
I will
Chandelier.
say that you can definitely see a movement in the darkness down there, but it just
no distinguishing.
no
features.
distinguishing features.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That's what I was feeling.
right.
Mhm.
After Michelle, enjoy Arketh and Bogey.
Okay. So the general direction that Ferg's going is where we saw those bolts come from last turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. I am going to move. You double move, so you move 60 feet, right?
Yeah, I moved 80 feet.
You moved 80 feet?
Yeah.
So I can get.
I go fast.
And you
Not as
came from,
fast
like,
as
there?
you, but
So I'm gonna move 70 feet towards Ferg, which is about there. And then because of one of my boons, I can bonus action dash. So I'm gonna bonus action dash another 70 feet, which I guess would put me towards where is that wrong? Where did the bolts come from? Which direction am I actually going?
Here is the last place that you saw where it came from.
Okay,
But I
so if I'm
also-
here and then it's probably like 60 to the wall, ish. You said it was 120, right? And I've already moved 70.
No,
And I was-
It's
it's
200.
Oh, it's
yeah,
200. Okay, so I
across.
was here and I moved 70 to get to
Maybe you're probably a little farther.
a little farther.
Yeah, about
Okay.
15 feet farther.
And then if I move another 70, how close to the wall can I get?
Probably to the wall.
Okay. Then I basically
But you, as you're running this way, like you can definitely hear a lot of movement coming from that area. Slurping sounds,
Mhm.
wet, kind of pasty.
Okay.
Ugh.
I have
Right.
I have dark vision 60 feet. So as I'm running that way,
Oh,
do I
God.
see wrong?
Yeah, no. Okay, so first of all, odd. No, you don't see wrong, but you see a bunch of those creatures on the periphery that are like kind of dragging themselves towards you,
It's a real
sort
drag show.
of quickly, rapidly developing feet.
Which
for
direction
which
are
to
they
move
coming
with.
from?
What?
Which direction are they mainly coming from?
Towards you.
Anything about that.
Okay, but like if are they coming like this way? Are they coming like that way? Or is it like how close how far can I run before I get to them?
All of what you said is true.
Okay, so as I get like even with Ferg then, instead of bonus action, because I can see now, right?
Yeah.
Instead of bonus action dashing, I'm
Like-
going to
I'm sorry for interrupting, but if you did a quick count real quick, there's over 20 of them.
okay. So as I get even with Ferg, I'm going to think back to Unktao the Unyielding, and I'm going to activate my staff.
Yeah.
And use my inspiration.
Yeah.
And then as my action, I'm going to cast Wall of Thorns between myself and Ferg and the fucking 20 things coming towards us.
Right.
Yes.
They can
um,
come through the
So,
wall.
so then my next question is, how long can the wall be?
That's what I need to look
It's
up.
20 feet, right?
I didn't know I was going to do
You
this
need
when
a
I ran
D&D,
over there,
don't
so
you?
I apologize.
No,
Wall of
no,
Thorns
Wall
is
of
in
Thorns,
the...
it's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
no,
yeah.
I got you almost there.
Okay.
I thought it was 100.
It's a lot.
It's big. You can make it big, and it can be 5 feet.
60 feet long, 10 feet high, 5 feet thick. Or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter is up to 20 feet
That's what
high
I
and
was
5
thinking
feet
of.
thick. So you can make it like a semicircle, right?
Is there any way that I don't think I can encircle them in 20 feet, right?
Well,
Oh no,
Yeah.
not at all.
So basically, like, me and Ferg are right here, and I want to do, I'm going to do a 60-foot, 10-foot thick wall.
so basically going to double up the wall.
How far is 60 feet?
If you chose to like attach it to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
you could probably trap and hopefully kill a little more than half of them. But if you don't attach it to the wall, then you're basically just delaying it.
Okay, I'm going to attach it to the wall then. Basically, I'm like, let's fucking thin the herd. So I'm going to attach it to, like, this wall right here.
Okay, sounds good. So
Plus they're dumb and you could, like, you know.
And
They
so
are pretty
basically,
dumb.
if they try to go through it, they're going to take
They're all
8.
younger siblings.
70-8 or 70-10. What is it, Will?
It is. Fuck's sake, where is it? Oh, that's why I was looking at Wallstone. 78 piercing damage on a failed save. Dexterity
much.
save. I'm sure they're great at dexterity.
yeah, they're
And if they try to
absolutely-
move through it, they'll take more again. And they can only move quarter movement through
Yeah.
the wall.
It's It's like double difficult terrain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's extra difficult terrain.
got it.
The living meat
So
grinder.
all of them would take 78 right now. At the beginning, I'm pretty sure.
Only
I
if they're
don't-
in the wall.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
if they're in the wall,
Okay,
which
they're not quite there yet.
Yeah, I would. I'll say that.
Fun story.
1d6 of them are in there.
Depending upon
No, 1d8.
Oh.
And 4 of them just immediately.
Oh, just die.
Yeah.
Cool.
Depending on how fast their movement is too.
Mhm.
I mean, like they might have to end their movement in the wall and then pick up again, which might take out 2 of them, right? Like unless
Yeah.
they start at the edge of the wall and move through, they're not that
Mhm.
smart.
That's
Probably.
fair.
I mean, I don't know how fast they are either, but we've seen slow for some of them, fast for others.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But never like insanely speedy. Like they're always like slow
Average or
or
slow.
normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've gotten.
There's no
Except for the
sprinty zombies
griffin.
yet.
All right,
And
nice turn.
then Bogey is basically going to, while Keth is like running and doing magic wall shit over on the other side of the room, gonna fire one off at the Rock Queen.
Yeah, added
and I'm
advantage.
sure, is it at advantage?
Yeah,
Yep.
because guiding bolt.
Oh fuck yeah! Does that mean I get sneak attack?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Unless
my-
there's other mitigating circumstances.
Well, that and you've also gone before the Rock Queen.
God,
no,
oh,
that's it only happens at the like first surprise round.
yeah. Or just for the first round if I go before the
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That was super cocked.
Yes. It
Two
it shouldn't have
fucking
been.
4s. 10.
What?
I rolled 2 4s.
So, at this point, it's like I'm not gonna. The Rock Queen is such a massive creature being. I'm not gonna say that Bogey, a master at long range attacks, missed.
I
But
just
I-
didn't hit anything.
You just didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
just
didn't do
kinda-
anything.
It sunk into a mass of her or it or whatever you want to call that like it just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Yeah, how much of this fungus is her and how much of this fungus is not her?
That is a very
None of it.
interesting question. Considering that she is such an alien creature that some of her vitals maybe even completely spread out inside of it.
Oh,
It's just
I'm-
like you don't really know what you're.
I didn't
shooting
think
at.
she even had vitals.
Well-
Or at least not
well,
useful ones.
She would have had vitals if Bogey rolled higher. Okay.
Thematic.
It is her turn. So. Okay. I'm gonna get up for this one.
Get up, stand up. Sorry, I don't know what. Like I'm like jukeboxing tonight, and I
You were-
can't stop.
Fine until you got to the reggae. And
Now it's over.
Have you listened to Build This Bill?
Yes.
You were wrong when you said everything was going to be all right. Okay.
That was
Okay.
good.
Yeah, like- okay, so here's what happens. The Rock Queen, essentially, as I said, the fungi and mycelial sort of mass is sort of moving her along the ceiling, and then suddenly her back kind of sticks to the ceiling, and it looks like the mycelial network is like pulling her in to the ceiling,
Gross.
and then she just gets like pulled into the ceiling and almost like it seems like she's just destroyed by her own network of fungi. Until she grows out of this wall here and reappears there. And as she's reappearing,
Why did she reappear next to me?
she says
She wants to
into
marry
your
you.
mind, because her mouth, it's like she kind of has a mouth, but it's sort of like sealed shut at this point.
Yeah.
So she says in her mind, I am so pleased that you came to spend time with me. I know that you wish me ill, but that doesn't matter. You have chosen me over the spiral, and for that I will be forever grateful.
What do you mean over the spiral?
She doesn't answer that question.
Can we join the Rock Queen?
So, hold on a second. So then she essentially moves toward you. But it now appears as though her movement is a lot less
Reduced?
Yeah, it's a lot more unfettered than it was before. Like it was like she was still attached to a bunch of stuff up there. So she gets to about 10 feet away from you, Kev.
Okay.
This is fine.
That's pretty much where she is. So.
Alright, time for plan B.
And
We've already on plan B.
by the way, when she fused into the wall, that lit arrow kind of gets almost ejected and then drops down. So there's actually still lighting the area.
We can still sort of see her.
You can still sort of see her.
It is playing lawn darts. Just went.
And then the other thing that happens
Fucking wrong.
is 3 Eldritch Blasts fire out.
Was Rom happen? Did Rom happen to be inside of the wall of thorns though? Who knows?
At
Worth a try. Worth a try, kids.
So Ram is elevated.
You don't know.
why would
Get
that
lifted.
even
We don't know where it's coming
Well, because
from.
there's a 10-foot high wall between the full floor and.
Well, if Rom's over there.
Rom
We
could
don't
be
know
over
where he
here. Rom could be.
Oh, okay.
You're assuming a lot.
You said the last place was there.
Right, but he can move on
You
his
said
turn.
your AC was
Yeah.
14?
Yes.
Okay, 2 hit
Trying to give
I
you guys a
know.
bonus.
and 3 hit.
3 hits?
3 hits. So I'm going to do one at a time. 12, 8, and 13. No, 11. 12, 8, and 11.
And I can't have any of that.
Yeah, you can. You're raging.
But it's force damage.
Yeah, you have all damage except for psychic.
It's not the spirit of the bear. That's only the spirit of the bear.
Oh, I thought you had that.
No.
Regular barbarian is just like non-magical melee
It's-
damage,
yeah.
piercing.
Oh
slashing,
yeah,
bludgeoning.
okay, you take it all then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they take a fuck ton.
12,
Suddenly you think of a
8,
bear.
and 11.
I am a bear.
20, 31.
I got 31 on that.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
How are you looking, crunchy friend?
Squishy.
Super fried.
Bleeding from my ears.
Which-
and probably eyes.
Yeah, you're basically taking like Mike Tyson punches
Mhm.
from a distance. It's kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
one hit.
You'd be
will
really
take me
bleeding
down.
from the ear.
Keth keeps healing potions on his belt pouch if you want to grab one.
Yeah.
What are the range of my healing spells? Most of them are touch, I think.
Like for real on your turn, grab a fucking.
Yeah.
And Rom and the Queen are done. Ferg.
How far away from me is the Rock Queen?
Surprisingly close. Maybe not.
Within your range.
Unpleasantly close.
So within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Cool. Where? Oh shit! I forgot.
You need another beer?
Whoops.
Yes, I'm also gonna take care of biological needs.
Got it.
And probably.
I was gonna offer to grab you something. But
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Oh, was this DC 15 for Blight?
Can I see the...
What's my DC for
Page
casting
real quick?
Blight?
The DC. Oh.
I thought we based that off of
I feel like I'm not
your
coming over.
constitution.
Okay, so we are basing. So that would be What's spell DC?
8
8
plus your proficiency bonus plus your con modifier in your case.
So 14. Okay.
And your
Cool.
poison one is 12, because that's what mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm using your poison.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
So bonus action blight at the fucking rock queen.
Fair enough. And
Blight that
she
Blight is
going to roll a Constitution saving throw.
yes. Please miss.
In essence, she rolled a nat 20.
Fucking bitch. She still takes half damage.
Yeah, I saw that
What is
coming.
blight anyway?
It's
Like, how much is it?
8d8.
8d8. Yeah, 8d8 necrotic.
Damn.
So-
So some D8?
Yeah,
I
and
actually have 8d8.
Damn.
Wow.
Get it.
you see,
Perks. What are they called?
yeah, your spell is just sort of breaking down her sort of
Please.
mycelial
Yes, thank you.
and fungal network, and it's sort of tearing at all the strands and the shreds that hold her together, but she's almost repairing herself just as rapidly.
Yeah. Bitch. Bitch.
Betch please.
Bitch please.
Oh my god, you can't even rot.
4, 5, 6.
You can't even rot right.
You can't even rot right. You're like a rot writer, but like the opposite.
Rock Queen, more like Rot Suck.
They blighted the rock queen.
Nice.
16,
She did make her save, however.
20,
Still a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
30, 41, 46.
46.
Ooh, so 23.
So 23.
All right. Unhappy. Or happy. But
Unhappy.
only-
Oh,
only
but
attack
guess
spell,
what?
so
That
it's
was
fine.
just
I
my
told you
that.
bonus
I want-
action.
yeah, sorry.
Yes,
I wanted to
it
heal people
was.
from crazy far away.
So I'm sure. I'm assuming. Are you just
I thought so, but I wanted to like
solidify
solidify my
diving at her?
disappointment.
We are diving at her. So yeah, going in reckless.
Cock.
Just fucking full on like spinning the stone pencil above our heads as we run screaming at her. Like we've seen
With a
better
full
queens.
black fang battle cry.
Yeah, we've seen better queens than you.
oh
You don't even glitter. Are you hit by a 17?
No, you got your blessed too, man.
Oh.
Right?
Oh wait, hold on a second. So, oh wait, if I remember correctly, your bless, it's still concentration based. Or is it not?
No, they just have to activate their mark.
Yeah, you just said I had to activate it.
Fair enough. It was kind of a special
Yeah.
case, but yeah.
Well,
cool,
and it's
cool.
it'll end when you say this encounter's over. It's not something that I can carry.
Yeah, I
over all the
remember
time.
that. Got it.
Inspiration boon or whatever.
So you did have 17, but you just rolled bless, which means that you hit.
Yeah.
Bless believe.
And you're probably not going to be able to hit with the other one, even if you roll blessed. So.
Can I roll bless on both attacks?
Yeah, it's per attack.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Somehow I forgot how to D&D in the last 2 weeks.
Actually, if per attack, or are you rolling one bless and then adding it to all the attacks?
I'll check, but
Yeah. Anyway, roll your damage.
So first set of damage is
Yeah.
14,
Yeah. Whatever. attack
Non-magical.
It just goes with every roll.
non-magical.
Mhm.
roll. Or saving throw.
And second attack. Are you hit with a 24?
Definitely.
Good.
That's right, you're rolling advantage. That's what it was. Cool.
Yeah. And 8 plus 6 is another 14.
It's 3 per hit. I mean, you get your raging on top of that too, don't you? So it's 6 per hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 6, or so 8 plus 12. Those 2 hits the hit.
Oh yeah, there's the 6 to the other one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So 14 again.
So 14 again?
Yes.
Okay.
So how far away from her was I specifically, so I know how far?
30 feet.
So I'm going to back off 10 feet.
Okay. She will take an attack of opportunity. Unless, wait, at disadvantage, right?
At disadvantage, but I reckless, so it's just a straight attack.
She hits.
Yeah, totally. Fergo's
Essentially, her body lashes out it's sort of like a lot of fungal tendrils all of a sudden combine into one, and it's this sort of like pseudopod. and just
that would just be a pseudopod.
And then basically just thrashes you across your body.
Yep.
Dealing.
I never like hearing multiple dice.
Can you grab me another D8, please?
Or the pyramid ones.
Yeah. There just weren't any on the
I
top.
wasn't trying to mansplain dice to you. I was just trying to make it easier to pick one out.
That's fine.
It's okay. I need to
So
do
does
mansplain
your
too, usually. I'm
damage
terrible at this
reduction
game.
specify magical versus non-magical?
Yes, right now I can only half melee damage.
Non-magical.
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 Yeah.
So if it's magical melee damage, you cannot have it.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Well, isn't it any pierce, bludgeon?
That is
Kind of.
non-magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you hit me with a spiritual weapon, I can't have that.
Okay.
But if she's hitting me with the pseudopod, I'm assuming I can have that.
Depends on how magical that pseudopod is.
Yeah.
You take 25 points of damage. Some of that is magical bludgeoning, and some of that is poison.
So you can't have any of it. So.
Yeah. So, Berg collapses in a pile of vomit and blood.
Like right in front of me.
Right in front
Kath
of you.
instantly starts crying.
R.I.P. What's
It's
But
just
it
you
was
and
so
me now.
worth it to hit her with blight.
Also, Kath
and
shouts
then
over
just,
to y'all.
like, swinging away at her head.
Kath shouts over to all y'all. Ferg went down. We need some help over here.
Oh, and then Zeph. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Zeph just heard me yelled at.
And
Yeah.
Zeph's rather fond of Ferg, too.
Yes,
so,
very fond. They buddies.
We're gonna run 30 feet and
I'm
then just
also
heavy
going to,
crossbow. So
Answer nature's call real quick.
Do it.
Let's get you within range.
What's up, nature?
yeah,
The heavy crossbow. Yeah.
heavy crossbow is 100.
You're bullshit.
400, so.
Yeah. 100, 400, you said?
Yeah.
So they're going to go 30 feet.
How you living?
How you be?
I mean, you living, right?
Yeah.
That's basically the end
Are
of the story,
you-
The
really.
nature of it, really.
You living.
Heavy crossbow 19.
19 is a hit.
Sweet.
Every little bit counts.
It's a D8.
D10.
Oh shit! I have a light crossbow. My bad.
D10 plus Dex if he has it, which I don't think he does.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
10 damage though.
Is that 10 or 1?
That would be 1.
Those damn double-edged
I
dice, right?
was trying to grab one of the regular.
Trip
number
yourself
dice.
up with the percentile.
Yeah.
10!
Damn.
Wait, it says I got 90. Fuck! 90 damage, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, half that. That's good.
I'll
So-
take half that.
I know, right?
Don't take
Exactly.
backseat.
Take half that, you already
Zeph
said
just
it.
like, I rule with this crossbow.
1 damage.
Okay.
Zeph is really disappointed because he just barely took out one of her earrings. I was like, what the fuck? Canon, she has earrings.
Not anymore.
Well, she's got him on the other ear.
Or no, she's got a much bigger piercing.
So, it's my turn. No, it's not my turn. It's Time's turn.
It's Time's turn.
Yeah.
It is time.
It's really in this particular case, it's appropriate for you to go, hey, whoa, Bill, slow your roll.
Yeah.
Okay?
Slow
This is the
down.
fucking Rock Queen. You can't go twice in 2 rounds. However, I can take a legendary action.
I was gonna say,
And
damn it. Could
I
you just remind
am
yourself to take a
going
legendary action?
I'm going to lash out one of her pseudopods at you.
At me? Okay.
Yep. Any advantage, disadvantage, anything like that? That
I
seems
don't
like
think
a
so.
no.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to think about it for a second.
I hit you, and essentially, so she lashes out at you, and it actually wraps around you,
Mm-hmm.
dealing you 4 poison damage.
Okay.
So what I want to communicate to you is that this sort of this pseudopod that thrashes around you. You could almost tell that she held back, but the actual like pseudopod itself is burning your skin and like
It's like trying to sear, like attach itself.
yeah.
Okay.
You are restrained right now.
Okay. Do I get a roll against that or not till my turn?
Not till your turn.
Okay.
But that is what she does on that turn, and she will say to you. She says, "No one else matters but you."
Thanks, James Hetfield.
She wants me, guys.
Don't we all?
You hear this burbling?
Nothing else
I've been telling you
matters.
this for a week.
I thought you were dead.
So most things about that song suck.
Yeah.
But the drums sound really good.
Now come
Just
to
like
me.
production-wise.
Are you like almost caressing my face towards you? Because I feel like you like cephalopod, like just like
No.
grab my cheek, like pull me in.
No,
Sweet child.
I honestly, I don't want to make this any like. She's not making any sort of weird, overt, sort of humanoid, like sexual.
I didn't try mean to make it
innuendo.
sexual, just more like
But
I was.
what I'm saying is, she's just pulling you closer to her.
yeah.
That's the only thing she's doing. There's no caressing. There's no like gentle whoozy what's it. You can just hear her voice in the back of your mind, and almost in this pleading way, as if it says, "Please be someone who likes me." But it's not a like in like a humanoid way. It's just sort of like it's almost like a
Like, accept me?
bonding of a sort.
Yeah. Okay.
She's a
all
kitten.
the rock
Time.
queens
Really
are
wants you to love
friends.
her.
I want a rock queen kitten.
So Time is having this really intense, like everything is like a magic eye to her a little bit. Like she is, Joy, you're hearing this muttered. How it's coming off to you is you hear Time speaking, but you hear Time speaking as everyone who is here in like different, like, so she's saying things that sounds like Keth, she's saying things that sounds like Ferg, like, and from Time's perspective, she's seeing out of everybody's eyes at different moments. Like it's like this strange overlap, intense overlap of perspectives and timelines and seeing like past, present, and future. And it is like disorienting. It's like, it's her ability turned up to 11 that she doesn't have a control on. But something strange out of that occurs, and she sees this sort of like bright mote that is like, even though it's intense and it's from everybody's perspective, everybody is also looking at the Rock Queen. And so she is going to fire up a chromatic orb of ice directly at her from, and she's gonna move up a little bit, but is gonna fire off. So you see her almost like, from your perspective, like Time almost like stumbles, like she's uncertain where she's going, but kind of like goes to a spot and is like, this is the spot, and kind of like doesn't even really like look necessarily, but it goes and fires off her staff at a 3rd level chromatic orb of ice.
So you are not at disadvantage anymore. Remember I said as it came around back to you, you don't have disadvantage anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that ends.
Go.
So you gain this moment of clarity. You still have that thing that I sort of passed to you, right?
Mhm.
The other thing that happens, and I'm going to actually allow you to roll an insight check on this. Something could happen or nothing could happen, depending on your roll. DC is 12.
Okay, pretty good insight. I rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Morel says, don't use cold.
Did you give me anything more than that?
She doesn't.
Great. I like that.
Ask Joy.
It's one of those things that like thrives in cold because that would suck.
Well, it's possible.
Well, there's a difference between cold and like.
You also get the impression that fire didn't do as much as it could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Could also do lightning, poison, or thunder. I just accidentally opened to that page.
No, I'm well aware. I'm looking at those. I'm imagining like pure concussive force, like just sonic sound trying to blast her apart.
Can you do sonic with chromatic orb?
Thunder. That's sonic.
Oh, yeah.
So yes.
Shake that bitch apart.
So all of this like coalesces in that like that moment of crystal clarity, and it's just like so all of these timelines, and it comes together. I'm kind of coming at it a little bit,
Sure.
but then like you hear Morel's like voice in my ear as I'm casting the spell, and I change those last arcane words into like this like almost invisible like ball that comes off of pure sound as I fire off at her.
Got it. I'm ready.
We all go deaf.
And I crit her.
Oh!
Nice.
It's gonna be 10d8 of damage of thunder
Can we
damage.
just roll 1d100?
Thunder.
You are now in the Thunderdome. Because we're in a fucking
I'm
dome.
gonna need some of your aids, champs.
Thunderdome Bone Zone.
Thunderdome Bone Zone. Alright.
Eight.
That sounds
Where
fun.
we are.
I got 3
no.
on deck currently. Oh, where did my clear
Yeah,
one?
so
Oh, it's
bad.
right there. I got it. I got a new one for you. Okay,
What you're
I
talking
need
about?
cool.
I'm
Ooh,
inside, I
there's
can't.
some sparkly things. Friends, can I,
Sparkly Stormy.
yes, friends, can I get some
For
D8s
those of you who are watching,
Some D10s,
my
you mean?
players have an obsession with rolling the dice all at once.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I-
do.
I think that's gonna do me.
Well, actually, it is certainly the opposite, and I would
Wait,
admit
it's
way
D8s.
better.
Okay, we're good.
Than certain shows, there are players
What do you
that
think?
roll
Okay,
every
what
die singly.
And then try to add it up as they
Singularly?
go.
Yeah, that's really that irks me.
Also,
But, you
you're
know,
missing
it's-
out
it's
if you
a-
don't roll 10d8 at once. I'm
That's
just saying. You're
Pretty,
fucking
it's
missing out.
pretty true.
Also, who seriously rolls one at a time? Because
They do that on
Um,
Adventure Zone. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, Adventure does that, and then Dice Camera Action does that. Although that show is now defunct.
That's a lot of 8s.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that show had a really weird thing where
I just want to give it back to you.
there was some controversy about 2 of the players and
Hmm.
they were having an affair, but then it
Oh,
actually
yeah,
turned
I
out
remember
then it actually turned out that they were not having an affair.
We're not
And there
talking
was-
about Adventure Zone anymore.
And there was now Dice
No,
Camera
no.
Action,
They're all-
and
Brothers.
it turned out
I
that
mean-
the facts pointed to that one of the players' sort of partner lied about the whole fucking thing, and it was just weird.
So all of that drama that we were talking about.
It never.
was-
I mean, I don't know.
Didn't that happen like a couple of years ago?
It's super. No, but less than a year ago. But it's still unclear as to what happened and what
People
didn't.
summertime.
But
Shit.
from what I gather, it was just a lot of it was lie. A lot of it was untruth, and so yeah, it's just weird.
I just miss Heroes and Halfwits. I want that to come back. Make season 4. Please.
Anyway, what you got, Will?
A ridiculous amount. Hold on. I'm recounting it because it seemed stupid to me, so I'm gonna make sure I didn't fuck it up. 48, 49, 51, 54, 57 points of thunder damage.
Yeah.
I rolled.
Make that no. That is slightly higher than
an
average.
8-6-8-7-6-6-8-3-3-2. That is more than
Oh, I
10d8.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, you said
80
10d10 at
is
first.
top,
I was
Oh,
confused.
right?
that's not 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80 would be max, so
Yeah.
53 is way above
That
average.
feels
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I thought you were rolling d10.
Shit.
I mean, between the two of us, we did 100 points of damage.
I'm
So
about to come in and do 2 points of damage.
Boom.
here's what I'll say. You
Take yours.
almost her eyes go wide. She's struck by this thunderous boom. The whole room actually kind of shakes a little bit, and there's a little bit of fungal debris that falls from the ceiling. And you half expect her lips that are sealed shut to open up and
Scream.
kind of scream. But instead what happens is all of these separate holes all
Oh,
over
oh.
her mass do that
Tell me
instead.
more.
Her lips stay sealed, but these holes that open up in her mass just open up, and it causes a shrill whistling. It's not like a
Like a kettle?
whistling that damages you or anything like that, but it's a bunch of different pitched kettles that go off at the exact same time
A bunch of mass holes.
from a bunch of mass holes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nice work.
Thank you.
And it's clear that her body has sort of discombobulated a fair amount for sure. She's surprisingly still whole and ready to go, however. And then after time,
That's all I got, guys.
But the shadows are
will
so
take a-
inspired by that.
and she will take a legendary action and pull you towards her.
Okay. Am I even with Ferg now?
You are even with Ferg.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. As a matter of fact, you're kind of pulled into her,
Into her.
Into Ferg or into?
into the Rock Queen.
I was behind Ferg. Like Ferg was between me and the Rock Queen.
I understand that.
Okay, so I got pulled past Ferg already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Because like. Okay.
you are
Through the
pulled
bloody
into
puddle.
not up to her face, because you're quickly realizing that like her face isn't really important. It's just there.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with her sensory ability.
Mm-hmm.
You can just hear this voice inside your head that says, "I know that you would much rather be with me than the Fae."
You mean
And
as in like Fae, Boar Fae, or as in like the Fae?
you're just kind of like running it in your mind. And you think,
Because that's either weirdly specific.
no. You think she means the Fae. Wait, what? The Fae? Did she mention the spiral earlier? Wait, what's going on?
Fuck.
It's the new tool album.
We are heading to the heart as we speak. But you are with me, so nothing matters. And after her legendary action, you're gonna take some more poison damage as well.
Damn it.
Let's take 5 more points of poison damage.
Okay.
And shadows. The shadows are next.
15.
Everybody can just roll a d20 and see if they hit the Rock Queen if they're attacking.
Oh,
2.
also 2.
14.
17 on the die.
Wait. No.
17 on the die.
No.
Nope.
Oh, on the die?
On the die.
Yes, hit.
I don't know what I'm adding for
2.
for shadows.
I got a
2.
14 on the die.
And 14 on the die, so Will, again, you're the only one that hit. And then
I
she's
get
going to
a
roll a dexterity
consistent-
saving throw as Lilith casts Sacred Flame.
Dex? It's Dex 8, right?
Dex, yeah.
Okay.
But roll your damage. D8 plus 2.
Oh, I was like, I'm so confused
yeah.
on my shadow.
Okay.
4.
Succeed.
That kills it.
You go, Shadow!
All right, so you're down. You're about to go down.
Mr. Shadow Bob is going to be a legend.
And then after the shadows is
Speaking of
Joy
legends.
and Michelle.
Ray Shadow Legends. I'm going
tell the shadows
Shit, where did it go?
to help heal people / pour potions.
So it's not looking. She's not looking great, right?
You can't tell.
Who is she?
The Rock Queen. It's
Uh,
not looking like fantastic. Like
She
she's
looks
not.
like a
She's not
pile of
floor model
fungus.
anymore.
She's not
right?
looking fantastic, but nor is she looking like she's ready to break apart.
I'm ready to break apart. All right, I'm gonna toll the dead, and she has taken damage.
Correct.
So that's 2d12 instead of 1, or instead of d8.
Okay.
Can you move up? You got like.
And that's
spiritual-
wisdom, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, I made it.
It is wisdom.
Yes.
I made it.
Okay.
So no damage.
You're gonna move up.
I'm just gonna move up to you.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to
I'm gonna
do?
move up even with you.
You have a healing word as a spell.
Yes, somewhere in here.
Cool.
Where did you go?
What's the range on that? It's a bonus action.
60 feet.
60 feet.
Oh.
So I'm too far.
Yeah.
Because I also checked, and that does not count in Spell Sniper. Which makes sense, but I wish I could like.
Yeah, it needs an attack roll for soul.
Yeah.
Well, get up closer for fur.
It could
Can
make
Michelle heal
sense
because you're
if
getting
you
there?
spent your inspiration point. I'll give you that.
Oh,
If you want to. If not, it's fine.
man.
Honestly, if I were you, I would move up with Michelle.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Because Michelle's already moved halfway.
Yeah.
So just attacking.
So just gonna try and slap.
Michelle's going to try to what?
Just.
Oh, the Rock Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
your
They're gonna cure
Sorry.
attack bonus? Oh, does he cure wounds? Yeah.
I
oh,
may
shit, he
have
does.
said one or more
Yep.
nasty things, Michelle.
Yeah.
Only
You
gets
can
the
threaten to
first
break
level.
people's legs a lot.
Yeah.
I
Or
You
Definitely
can
other.
hit him.
recall
Fine.
that.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I may.
Ferg
or-
historically is very unforgiving to
No.
most people.
No.
yeah. May has threatened to shove limbs in places they don't belong
Yeah.
while they're still
For
attached.
free though.
Healing word is 1d4.
No.
That's
It's
right.
because it hurts.
No,
Yeah,
cure
that's
wounds
the
It's a
stand for-
D8
Yes.
plus your wisdom, I think.
I think it was even last session where you were like, "Well, Cleaver, good riddance to that shitty bastard."
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Plus 2.
"Dude,
Oh, I was a
you
kid.
kinda
Efficient,
went to
so plus
the-
4.
Kind of became a yeah.
It's cool.
Also, Cleaver was a shitty bastard.
He was.
Yeah.
Mark down your.
Yeah, no longer.
Michelle
he's
healed
dead.
Ferg for 8 points, cure wounds.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, we were figuring that out while you guys were
Yes.
sidebarring.
Is that-
Totally fine. Okay, so Michelle
erased
did
just
not.
badly?
No.
No.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to we were just
Figuring that
discussing
out.
Michelle's
Yeah, totally
abilities
fine.
for a
No,
second.
I'm not
Yes.
objecting. I just was
Okay.
confused because you did say that you were going to.
Yes. And then Michelle
Use-
was like, oh, look, there's an injured person. And my club sucks ass.
Shillelagh what?
There's somebody in a
Hey, Bill, what's the
pile
size of the
blood.
rock queen? Is it medium?
Large.
Large. Okay.
Large and in charge.
I know
All right.
weird. I just wasn't sure exactly what. Oh, cool.
So it's Keth's turn. Do I have to make a strength save or something to be not restrained, or a will save?
If you
or-
would like to do that, yes.
How far away is Ferg from me?
Literally right next to you,
Oh, shit.
like
Okay.
5 feet away from you.
Then environmental, take out a superior healing potion, and pour it in pour it in their mouth.
Yeah. All right. Fuck yeah.
They're on the ground next
You're
to
being
me.
dragged
While
by.
was restrained.
Yeah.
While
Restraint just makes
You
zero.
said they just put one little thing out at me, right?
I mean, they're dragging you in. And you're restrained.
It's not a little thing. It's
But
a,
it's- but
a
it's just
pseudopod,
one?
But you are restrained. You can't move. Disadvantage. Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah. It just
Like, do I
says
have a free arm,
Zero
you know?
speed. Can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Disadvantage on attacks and attack rolls and or dexterity. That's it though.
I'm gonna say it's a struggle, but you totally do it.
yeah.
So I pour
Yeah,
that's
superior
cinematic
heals
as fuck.
into your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Like I see that you kind of like sputter and
Nice.
cough back to like awake
So is
from the
that
show.
That's a
12d4 plus 12. Is that what I'm? It's a
I think
superior
it's
healing.
8
Right?
D. Is I'm not. It is a superior, but I'm not sure what the
Well, no,
numbers
okay.
are.
So there's potion of healing. There's potion
Yeah.
of greater healing, and then there's potion of superior healing.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm using one of the 2 superiors that we
So
still have.
superior,
I think it's 8. It goes 1 or 8. It goes 2,
No.
4, 8, 16.
No, if anyone got the DMG?
16?
I'm googling it.
No, I'm erring on the side of giving Connor.
No, I would.
I want to give Connor as much.
Sold.
as
I'm not gonna
possible.
look it up. Bill. It's fine. We can do this.
12d4, sure.
No, I mean like I'm.
But since there's a healer
wanna
within
roll it,
400
friend?
squares.
Connor. Q, you want
8.
to roll it?
It's 8.
Sure.
Is it 8? Superior, huh?
Yep.
Oh, these dice are so
Yeah,
great.
healing is 2, greater
Oh,
4,
God,
superior
what
8.
am I thinking? I haven't actually done this in a while. 2d4,
Supreme.
44. I thought it started at 4.
No, no,
No,
no.
no.
2, 4,
Got
8,
it.
16. 16 is supreme.
8d4 plus 8. Got it.
I'm missing some d4s. That's weird.
Got it. Sorry, Connor.
I'm letting
I
them roll
wanted to
it.
give you all the things. But
I would also love that.
And then as a
That's your action.
I
That was my
just like rolling
action.
all the dice.
disengage won't get me away from the Rock Queen, right?
Not from restraint.
yeah, no, not from restraint.
You have to break the restraint.
Coachella line
or
up with just an
do we
ounce.
call
Or
it cock or do we
get
call
out of it.
No, it's a 3.
Or
Okay.
like,
It hasn't fell.
bamf out of there. I don't know if you can.
Just hurt the fuck out of her.
I can't. That's an
feelings.
action.
Out of her
Oh.
field.
I chose
Yeah.
to use my action to heal Ferg more because 8 points is the Rock Queen would have just slapped them down again.
That's very Keth of you. I love that.
Yeah, that's what Keth would do.
Yeah.
And then Keth essentially is going to. He knows he's in a bad spot. He knows that he's fucked. Like he wants his friends to get out of here. He's not sure what's going to happen to him, so he's just kind of like center himself and basically use a key point and go on dodge as a bonus action.
Okay. You could use a key point and mushroom walk.
Can I? But I thought that was an action. It just cost a key point. But I mean, if you want it to be a bonus, I mean, I don't.
No, you're right. It is an action. But
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that is an option.
But I've already
if you
used
have
my
it.
action
I hear
to
you.
heal Ferg.
I totally
So I'm
hear you.
gonna use a bonus action and I'm gonna go on dodge. So that just means disadvantage against attacks on
Got
me
it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I feel like isn't a bad thing. And then while this really cinematic scene is happening where like Keth is reaching and pouring a potion into Ferg's mouth and like it's like beautiful, he's crying. Bogey is like, God, this bullshit, and just basically like fires off a crossbow bolt at the Rock Queen again.
Okay.
Well, they're gonna move up, like kind of in front of the two Healy clothy people and then fire a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Coffee.
Won't have advantage, but if you hit, you're gonna sneak attack.
Yep.
I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're there. You're threatening it.
Oh,
also
right.
Michelle.
And Ferg.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, you're awake now. Technically counts.
Yeah.
More than technically, motherfucker.
So that's going to be an
Ferg is
11,
always dangerous.
Okay.
Oh.
which isn't going to hit.
Correct.
I'm
For a master archer.
not doing great against this big blobby thing. It's a real
Hey,
stressful
anyone
situation.
gets rattled in front of an entity like this.
Yeah.
It's real
Yeah.
sketchy, man.
It's real sketch.
She's a living slime mold. I guess slime molds are alive.
I live with my
She's
brother.
a sentient slime mold.
Yeah, and then I
Like
guess we're
grease.
going to end.
Gross.
Ket's on dodge. Bogey moved up. Yeah, we're end. It's your turn.
Can we say that Bogey took out her other pair of earrings?
Earrings?
It was a full circle joke.
God damn it. Before
There
her
are two
actual
queens in this
turn,
fight.
she will thrash out at Michaud.
How many legendary actions she get? Fuck.
Michelle. Oh no.
Fuck yeah.
And hits
You're
Michaud.
such an ass.
Oh no, look. He
It's
only
just
has...
one less healer you got.
Yeah, dude, don't why did we give you the other healer that you're just gonna use as cannon fodder?
Yeah.
I use Joy as cannon fodder. Look, on the official character sheet, his name is Copy of Joy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Become a Patreon. You can download my character sheet for $400 a month.
21 points of damage to Michaud.
Fuck.
Is that what you're at?
And then...
I don't know.
Oh god.
Or is that what you're
I don't.
Empty.
I think
Here.
that's.
I don't think you've taken it.
Yeah,
because you were a
that is
squirrel.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then...
Also, I think his third level spells are also old. I think there has been a long rest since then.
Yeah.
But I did not
We had
erase
that
them.
one first.
Okay, so I can use third level spells.
Okay.
No, you didn't, because right after our long rest, we
Oh, the
we
rep-
unexhausted
greater-
people.
The restorations.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
very
after.
true.
That's where they were.
Let's not cheat Bill, guys. It's fine.
But he doesn't have restoration.
But we made it canon that he did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought
riddle me
I thought I
this.
remember that, but then I was like,
Everybody,
all right.
riddle me this. Who's among this circle of
Me.
people?
Bogey, and then the little fairy princess is Time, and the cowboy is
Woo!
yeah.
Joy.
Thank you. I don't think of your character's name.
So wait, it's Zeph. Did you say Zeph?
No,
Joy.
Bogey.
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 Joy.
Bogey, Joy, and okay, got it.
Is F the
So
curly
can
cubes?
I grab a player's handbook
Yeah.
from you?
What has F been doing?
And Bogey is kind of trying to use their orc bulk to like create some cover for the other two, if that's at all plausible. That's why they got between them.
Sure.
That sounds like a no.
Let's retcon that in.
Okay, yeah.
Matt-
I did say I moved up in front of them and
Matt,
between you guys.
edit the video so this comes first.
I did say I went between y'all and the Rock Queen.
Yes.
That's the point.
There's
Doesn't mean it
also
works,
not much,
but-
there's not much besides between us.
Also area of
I know it's a shatter.
So Time, all three of those folks, Time, Bogey, and who's it?
Joy.
Joy.
And Joy, all need to make dexterity saving throws as a column of flame juts down and hits all three of you.
Ooh. Also,
Yes.
Oh, 20. No, 18.
stronger though.
Does an 18 succeed?
I have a 16.
Bogey also got an 18.
I rolled 19, -1 dexterity.
Does Bogey have evasion?
Yeah.
Cool. 16?
16, and then what? That was Bogey.
No,
No,
that was
Bogey's
me.
got an
You-
18.
Bogey also has an
They're
18.
18s, I'm 16.
Okay. All of you succeeded.
Okay.
Nice work.
We all
Um,
get a little bit
But,
of fire.
you're fucked.
And and I believe Bogey's got it. Does
Yeah.
Bogey have
Bogey has
evasion?
evasion, so
Yeah,
Bogey's gonna take no damage. From
no
this.
0 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bogey,
I have
Got
that
the
too.
fuck out of the
all
way.
of a sudden, you two just see Bogey just dive, and you're like, wait, where are you? And then the moment you think that, it hits you down. But it was just enough time for you to kind of react accordingly. So you caught like
Mhm.
Like
We missed the
a fair amount.
epicenter.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hell, Bogu's probably even like move as they dove, and you reacted.
So for fire damage, you take 12 points of fire damage. Okay. And then for necrotic damage,
Great necrofire.
you take
Soulfire?
um
And like necrofire, what?
wait, what did I say for fire?
12.
12.
So half that, 6.
Oh, okay.
Because you made your save, right?
Gotcha.
So 6.
Okay.
Cool.
And then
Much better.
18 necrotic, which
9.
equates to 9.
Okay, so 15 total.
Yep.
Cool. Puts me at 20.
How much heals did you get from that potion, by the way?
I am.
And,
half-ish.
Time.
Could I?
You feel like you heard words in casting from this area right here.
Okay.
But you cannot see your target.
Cool.
The Rot Queen.
Joy feels ripped off
Thank
because
you.
setting things on fire is his signature move.
Well, no longer.
Rom has learned from the best.
Okay, go get him.
Boogie, sick.
Oh.
Sick and
So-
Bogey?
Things make sense.
You just looked at the spell that I just cast. It was Flame Strike.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I was like,
It's divine or evil, right? It's for basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I have some of those too.
but it's
Evil.
It's evil, but it gives a little bit of insight into the Rock Queen.
And then her body erupts in kind of a light, misty cloud. And I need you to make a wisdom save, Keth.
Fuck. Am I about to get misty stepped or whatever with this bitch?
Be mine.
No, she's about to go in you.
Inside of you.
Because there's no Misty.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
No, it's not. Don't patronize me.
It's pronounced patriarchy.
Sorry. I got a 9 total. I'm sorry.
Right.
So anyway, I can like hook my my inspiration up for Keth.
Stay with us.
You would have to
That's a
give
lot.
me a very convincing argument as to how that happens, and be prepared for me to say no if I'm not convinced.
Yeah, that's fair. So I feel like well, some things. The Rock Queen has very much in my, been like, I wouldn't say in my head, but she's certainly been connected in like through my progeny, right? Through Morel,
Mhm.
and has been like now like targeting me as well, and that's creating a little bit of this like I'm imagining a feedback loop. And I just connected that with like one hell of a like targeted blast for her. And so I'm saying this inspiration is sort of coming through, not so much like Keth, although that's how it's coming out in terms of the role, but through my current like connection to the Rock Queen and what she's been trying to do through Morel and the slam I just gave to her, like giving this moment of sort of disillusionment, sort of like almost like feeding some of my my own disconnection to the timeline and feeding that through whatever fungal connection because they do the same thing, like that same level of like fracture, and that's causing them to kind of like see a timeline where this isn't happening with Keth and is like freaking out a little bit,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Totally convinced. Roll at advantage.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
That's
Advantage,
worse.
but it's the plus
It's
10 one,
worse.
just the way we do the
Yeah.
inspiration.
Oh.
piece, isn't it?
17.
Unfortunately, it's still a fail.
Damn. Thank you.
Yeah, worth a try.
I like this for the inspo though.
Thank you.
Oh man, my
17 though, that's a fucking high ass fucking TC.
Okay.
I queue up an
How do you feel
attack,
about rot and all rot related things? Good.
Feel rotten great.
On a
Okay.
scale of 1 to 10, how bad
Move
is
me
the
to
pain?
Rotterdam. What?
Oh, Rotter.
So
Hardly know
so
her.
all you really see is this weird moment where the Rock Queen just holds Keth up against her sort of fungal mass and then emits that cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. And then of course the blast of the flame strike, and then It is Ferg and Zeph's turn.
Cool.
One other thing. She lets go of Keth.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything's awesome.
Is Keth on their feet?
Everything is cool.
Keth is on their feet.
He looks great.
Super great.
He always looked great.
Great and pustully, or just like perfectly fine?
I look fine.
I mean, wounded from several.
Yeah, like I'm definitely wounded, but I'm not. I don't look any different than I did when I poured a potion in your mouth
Correct.
a minute ago.
Meaning the sort of cloud did not sort of acidically like take apart Keth's skin or anything like that. There's no like hives or warts of any kind.
There's nothing visibly different.
Did it go into
Can we have Keth do like try and touch their nose?
Zero clue.
Just there.
It's there's some remnant, but it's mostly dissipated.
Talk to me.
It was sort of there and gone.
Cat spell
Almost in
innocent
an
backwards.
instant.
Kath, are you still you?
Of course, I'm still me. But
What's my favorite dinner?
have you heard the word of the Rock Queen?
My
Ferg?
God.
Cool.
I think you could learn a lot from joining us.
I love you, friend, but
Okay.
You're gonna get up.
Okay, hold on a second. I just really need to say that was the perfect moment for us to take a break. But when we come back,
You'll hear the word of the Rock Queen.
Have you
I mean, that's debatable.
Have you heard the word of the Rock Queen? We'll be right back. We're going to take a little 5-10 minute break. Love you.
Sweet.